None of that can be found in a laptop, baby. None of that can be found on a CD.
You tell them.
So that's all about the person. So a good DJ is not defined by the equipment he uses.
All right, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy DJ TLM. Welcome to DJ TLM TV. I want to do something different today and take a look at my very first YouTube videos. I haven't seen these in a long time. Let's just check out how I did in my first videos. I mean, everyone starts somewhere. Let's take a look at my starting point. Let's see how everything looks and sounds. I'm looking at my channel right now, but if we want to start at the beginning of my YouTube journey, we actually have to go back a little bit further. Here we go. This is my first YouTube channel, DJ TLM. This channel was basically to promote myself as a DJ. So I posted mix videos. And a lot of those were just videos that I shot at home. I was just mixing records, recording that, posting it to YouTube. The goal was to show the way I DJ. But it's gonna be fun to take a look here, even though we cannot watch a lot of these videos because of the music that's in there. Yeah, the first video is a Brainpower video, a music video, and it's a track that I produced. We're not gonna look at that. I see the second one, and it is a Snippet mixtape to promote his 2 new albums at the time. But I remember this one has an intro where it's just me talking. So we can take a look at that portion of the video, just not the music part.
Yo, what the deal, baby? It's your boy DJ TLM, aka The Last Mohican, op mijn favoriete spot achter de draaitafels.
This brings back memories. Seeing my record collection in its original form. These are these old IKEA bookshelves that I used to have all my vinyl in. And at a certain point, I would have vinyl and sneakers. And this was my backdrop for a long time during my first run on YouTube. And on DJ TLM TV, this was the backdrop for a long time as well, until I moved on to the shelves I have now. Okay, so I see I'm rocking a set of Numark TTX. I can't tell which mixer it is. I have to assume it's the Numark mixer. I had a Numark mixer that went along with the turntables, I think. This was a video to promote the 2 new albums. Brainpower dropped 2 albums at the same time. I produced 3 tracks on one, 3 tracks on the other. The shot is actually pretty cool. Seeing like the vinyl and the turntables, it's just the quality. If we're looking at the quality right here, let me just see. This video maxes out at 480p. I remember at that time I was recording, I don't know what camera I used, but at the time, the recording quality was actually pretty good. And I was pretty stoked when I uploaded this. But with today's standards, you can tell like it can't really handle it. But okay.
Ik ben al 10 jaar de vaste DJ van Brainpower en het is nu maart 2008. Nog 1 maand te gaan en dan komen er 2, je hoort me goed, 2 nieuwe cd's uit van Brain. Hart and Hart.
Another thing that you might notice is the audio. I didn't have any sort of microphone like lavalier mic or like an overhead microphone or anything like that. So I'm screaming to the camera. This was what I did in the beginning. The camera would be set up far enough so I could get the entire DJ set into the frame. I think this is just like an onboard microphone on the camera. I don't remember having like video microphones at that time. It definitely sounds okay, but compared to how most videos sound now, you can't tell the difference. Okay, so the next one, and it's funny, this is the 3rd video on that channel, but it's actually an educational video. It's called DJ TLM, hoe neem ik mijn show op? It's also Dutch, which translates to how do I record my show? And in this case, I think I'm talking about a radio show I used to do. This was an online radio show that I recorded at home.
What up YouTube? It's your boy DJ TLM, aka The Last Mohican, aka DJ's kunnen niet hangen. Ik chill hem niet thuis. Ik ga jullie vandaag laten zien hoe ik mijn radioshow opneem. En mijn radioshow, dat is Represent bij Juice FM, elke zaterdagavond 10 tot 12.
Now the angle is pretty funny because I have the camera mounted somewhere real high. I have to guess that it's actually on one of the shelves of the vinyl wall pointed at this set. And I think I wanted to make sure that I would have both of the sets in the frame. 2 sets of SLs, and on the other side, I see my DJM 909. And we got the Serato SL1. Cool. Let me see. Are we beyond the 480p? No, we're not beyond that yet. Funny thing is, the quality actually looks a little bit better than the other one. That is the lighting. There's more light in this video. So even though the quality doesn't compare to what we do now, but it's a little bit better than the last one just because there's a little bit more light. That's how important light is. Even if you're recording videos on your phone or whatever, try to get as much light into your room as possible. And I had to learn more about light because a lot of the light is actually coming in behind me, which is not where most of the light should be. It should be in front of me.
We beginnen bij de draaitafels. I'm gonna keep it classic. Ik gebruik nog steeds mijn Technics SL1200.
You hear that mixture of Dutch and English? That's just me being in my hip-hop vibe. I think I always did that during my videos. This was before I decided that I was just going to do everything in English.
Ik heb hier 2 sets staan. Eén
Oh,
van deze
Black
sets staat
MacBook
al
is here
15 jaar
too.
mee. Dus dat zegt denk ik wel genoeg. That shit is quality. Als jij CD-spelers gebruikt of weet
I did that on my old channel as well.
ik veel wat voor mechanisme dan ook. Doe je ding als het voor jou allemaal goed voelt.
Okay, so to translate, I just told the audience that I'm using this setup with turntables, but if you use something else, that's totally fine as well. Use what feels right for you. The message hasn't changed. This is 2008, but the message hasn't changed. You use what works for you. So I think I've been pretty consistent with my messaging when it comes to the content I produce. And this wasn't even DJ TLM TV.
Dit voelt voor mij goed en hier kan ik mijn shit mee doen. Daarom gebruik ik dit. Dan heb je de mixer. In dit geval gebruik ik mijn Pioneer DM909.
I missed that Cool Mode shirt, by the way.
Dikke sound, gruwelijke effecten die ik tijdens de radioshow dope kan gebruiken. Hier heb je bijvoorbeeld een DXM Pro van
DXM Pro.
Noemark. Die
Thank you, TLM. It's the DXM Pro. That's the mixer. But okay, so this is just my explanation of how I record. And I'm pretty sure that after that, so I'm going to play, but I'm going to just turn the audio off just so we don't have to deal with the copyright thing. I'm actually going to show a piece of me recording. So we got the multi-angle going on here. Look at that. So we got multi-angle. I have no idea what this was shot on. The second camera with that like raster effect over it. But still, the multi-angle works because you get to see my setup from the side. So you can see what I'm doing even more clearly.
Man, het is tijd voor de tweede uur van Represent hier bij Juice FM. DJ TLM, a.k.a. The Last Mohican, on the wheels of steel.
Okay, that's me showing how I hosted my pre-recorded radio show. So I did my mix. After I recorded the mix, then I would sit down with a microphone and do the hosting parts. Okay, we got a blog. So this says TLM YouTube Blog Part 2. I have not seen Part 1. I have no idea. Let's see.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy DJ TLM, a.k.a. The Last Mohican. Shout out to all the people on
We made the switch to English.
YouTube for checking my videos. This is my second blog. You ain't seen me in a while. The last time I was chilling in tropical paradise. It's now wintertime in Amsterdam. It's almost the end of the year. And I just want to let y'all know that I'll be back next year with a lot of videos. I just had a lot on my mind. And a lot.
Okay, so this brings me back to something. I did this quite often, actually, over the years. And this was on the old channel. I started to explain and promise content. Explain why I haven't made as much content and that I'm going to drop a lot of content. Then you end up finding out that it's actually pretty hard work to create and drop a lot of content.
Represent Radio 11, they took it off because of some copyright shit. And I don't know, they kind of bugging though, man. It's not like I got that many views.
Yeah, there we go. The life of a frustrated DJ trying to post mixes to promote and getting the mixes taken down. Yeah, I think we can all relate. Okay, let me just quickly see if this is music or not. TLM Presents the intro.
Hey, yo, what's going on? I go by the name of DJ TLM, all the way live out of Amsterdam City. Welcome to DJTLM.com. A quick warning for the people that are watching this video on YouTube. After my explanation, the video is gonna stop. I'm not putting any more music on YouTube. They fuck with me one too many times, taking all the audio off my videos. So fuck that. Go to DJTLM.com to watch
Different
this
times,
whole video.
baby.
All right, back to business.
I remember now, I used to, for a moment there, I started to post my mix videos on Vimeo because of the issues that I'm describing here. Yeah, again, the different language. I have to say, it wasn't even like a conscious decision not to talk like that on DJ TLM TV. It's something I kind of outgrew, or I didn't feel comfortable just doing while talking. It's almost completely out of my vocabulary too. It used to be a lot more in there when I used to speak.
TLM.com, DJ TLM, aka The Last Mohican, Amsterdam City, up in here. Shouts
feels
out
like
to
we're
all
on
my
a
people.
boat.
Let's get busy.
I'm holding the camera while I'm talking, and I'm moving back and forth because a lot of people don't stand still when they're talking. And you can see that wave movement. Almost got me seasick here. Oh, we got an entire overview. Okay, TTX turntables, the DJM 909, Rain Serato Scratch Live, an Apple MacBook, the Sennheiser, the Shure M44-7. Yes. Now, of course, I'm using the G codes right now that are similar to that. So the III is similar to the AC25, and the G code is similar to the M44. That's the microphone I was using for the show, and a PC with Cubase Studio 4. So even at that time, I was using Apple and a Windows computer. I've been using both and going back and forth between all the time. They both work, yo. So I think we should move over to DJ TLM TV. The first video here is from 10 years ago called Keep It Real, Vinyl versus Digital.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy DJ TLM, The Last Mohican. I'd like to welcome y'all to DJ TLM TV. And I'm here to let you know that I'll be dropping my first tips and tricks video in a week or two. So stay tuned for that.
All right, so it's clear that I'm rocking a camera with some sort of wide angle lens, which was a pretty cool shot because you got a lot of the vinyl in the frame. Oh, look at that. We can go to 720 on this one. I mean, the quality looks a little bit better.
In my first video, I'm going to be discussing the different options you have when selecting a setup. It's going out to all the new DJs out there. You guys got a ton of options when it comes to choosing a setup.
Just to think of that. That was then. You even have more options now, like a lot more. But it's cool though. Still no video microphone or any sort of mic, but in this case, the camera is a little bit closer, so the audio does sound better already.
You got original vinyl. You got the digital systems like Serato Scratch Live and Tractor Scratch. You have the MIDI controllers. You got the CD players, and of course, you got the newer CD players that I even have USB drives and flash cards. And
that was new at the time.
It's crazy, man.
Let's just take a second to admire the enormous logo that I have on screen. That is huge, yo. Funny thing is, it's that large, but I wasn't even paying attention to it. But damn, that's big.
Since I'm on the subject of choosing your setup, I realized that there's a lot of comments on YouTube when it comes to people using digital systems like Serato Scratch Live. I've seen a lot of these comments come by over the years, and I've never really taken part in the discussion. But I'm going to do that right now, just express my opinion, and I'd like to know your opinion as well. There's a lot of people out there that say that you're not keeping it real if you're not using real vinyl and turntables.
We still have people in 2021 with that same mindset who still want to actually discuss that.
Straight off the bat, that's a load of BS. That's all I can say. That's a load of BS. But I'll let you know why. First of all, the people that tell you that you're not really DJing unless you use real vinyl or real turntables because the laptop is doing all the mixing for you and anyone can DJ using a laptop. Listen, a good DJ, a real DJ is a DJ with skills, musical knowledge, creativity, originality, who can bring his own flavor to the table.
Or her.
None of that can be found in a laptop, baby. None of that can be found on a CD.
You tell him.
So that's all about the person. So a good DJ is not defined by the equipment he uses. Never forget that, man.
Hey, again, the message has been consistent. And I'll keep repeating those same messages, like use what you want to use. Same thing here. The equipment doesn't define you as a DJ. Yeah, truth. My videos are not scripted. So I'm thinking of what I'm about to say at the moment that I'm saying it. I did not prepare any of this. I have a topic and I just go. The only videos that I produced that actually have a bit of scripting, even though it's not really scripting, but have at least a bit of a structure, are my tutorial videos. Because for my tutorials, I want to make sure, and some of the reviews as well. So for reviews and tutorials, most of the times I'll write down the things that I want to cover just to make sure that I don't forget to cover them. But that is where my prep ends. Shout out to all my people out there that use CD players. Shout out to all the people out there using MIDI controllers like an NS7 or the VCI from Vestax. Shout out to all the people using real vinyl. And shout out to all my Serato heads out there. Use what you want to use. I want to check out one more video because I don't want to make this video too long. That's the video I was talking about. The video I announced in this one was the buying your first DJ set video. What are your options? I just want to see that. I want to see that setup again. Buying your first DJ set. What are your options? Hey everybody, how you doing? This is DJ TLM for DJ TLM. So just right off the bat, again, because there's more lighting, and I do believe that this is still just natural light. In this studio, I had windows on both sides, and I think I just have all the blinds open and it was a sunny day. I don't think I had softboxes here yet, so I don't think this is artificial light. This is just the heavy sunlight coming in. I can't be totally sure, but I think so. That already ups the quality a bit. It's not incredible. What are we at? Yeah, we are at 720. Oh, hey, look at that. We can go to 1080. Let's go. Okay, so it's clear. I have no idea which camera I'm using here compared to the last video, but the video quality has improved a bit, and the lighting helps. Still no microphones though. TLM TV. DJ TLM TV is my new channel, and it's all about turntable tips and tricks, product reviews, interviews, exclusive footage, and I even got some specials lined up to represent the dope MCs that we have out here in Holland. So yeah, I never did that, the MC thing. I just didn't find the time to also get into that, organizing that. Interviews, I didn't do a lot of interviews. This video might be very useful if you're a beginning DJ and you're about to buy your first DJ set. You might not be that familiar with all the options that you have nowadays, so I'll give you a quick overview ranging from turntables to CD turntables, timecode systems, and MIDI DJ controllers. When you look at a turntable, it's a real basic machine. It doesn't have a lot of functions. There we go. I mean, you have your start-stop function. Hey, that's a pretty crisp image right there. Did I use the webcam for that? Maybe that's why the webcam was on the table? But I didn't record. I recorded this later, so I don't know. I don't even know what I used anymore. You have two speeds, 33 RPM. Look at that. 45. Detail. 33 is for 12 inches. I want to skip ahead for a second. I want to see if I do a top shot of the rest as well. Oh, there we go. There we go. Better known as the CD turntable. And it has a couple of similar features CDJ 1000. When you compare it to the turntable. You have your start-stop and you have the essential pitch control. But as you can tell, this has a lot more functions. It would have been so much easier if I would have had like the overhead cam so I could just do the video, and while I'm actually touching it, you see that. I didn't have that yet, so I had to like record basically B-roll footage of the equipment afterwards. But it still works though. It doesn't only support normal. I quickly want to go to the turntable, but it's also a totally different feeling. I want to see that controller for a second. By using either a turntable or a CD. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Vestax VCI 300 Mark II. All right, there we go. And as you can see, look at that. That was made specifically for Serato Itch. This was the time when Serato had their vinyl and controller software separate. So you had Serato Scratch Live for your turntables and Serato Itch for controllers. So the NS7, this controller, they use Serato Itch. At a certain point, they just thought like, hey, why are we still making two separate systems? And they just turned it into Serato DJ, which would work for DVS and controllers, which is a much better option, by the way. Yeah, this controller was actually pretty cool. I remember it. I don't really remember a lot about it, but I remember those VCI series were actually pretty dope controllers. Yeah, they were quite on point with that. DJ into one machine. Let me see.
And in the middle, you have 2 up faders and a program called Serato Itch. Because I can just...
Okay, I'm basically showing you. Look at that. Look at how Serato Itch looked.
Now I'll be able to control.
Okay, so this video is way longer than I thought it would be. Let's just take a quick look at this one right here.
Hey everybody, it's DJ TLM for DJ TLM TV, and today's topic is cue points. What's a cue point?
Wow. Okay, so we're at 1080. This video looks so blurry compared to the last one.
For example, a lot of songs start with an intro and sometimes a very long intro.
What mixer is that? That's not my 909 because then the middle would be orange. Or am I crazy? What mixer is that? Oh, wait. We got to see the software for a second. Hold on.
How to make the cue point. All right, now I'm going to take you back to the song that I just played with the long intro. And
Serato
I've taken the cue points out. I've deleted them. So we can make them right now. I showed you the first advantage of using cue points. It allows you to get the points a lot faster. So you can mix faster by getting to that first drum.
Okay. Look at that. We got a little overlay.
And you could add some live drumming.
I was doing some cue point drumming there. Hey, I actually think this is the Pioneer T1 mixer, the DJM T1. I had that in the house for a second. This was Pioneer's attempt to have their own tractor scratch mixer. Yeah, here we go. Look. You see those the four yellow buttons above each channel? Those are the same buttons I'm seeing here. That is the DJM T1. I couldn't get it to work with Tractor. That's all I remember, which happened a lot with hardware that I tested to use with Tractor. That's why I never really got into Tractor until I tried it with like Native Instruments hardware, and then it worked really well. Okay, so I'm going back right now because, to be honest, just looking at this overview right here, I see so many videos I want to click on just to see what I did, how I did it, what I did right, what I did wrong. I mean, we can scroll on for a long time. I mean, I created quite a few videos, so and all sorts of videos. I mean, you can tell like I had different concepts. I have vlogging videos where I went outside, series that I shot. Maybe I should do this more often and just take a look at it from a productional standpoint, like just to judge the videos. I'm gonna edit this, see what we end up with, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun watching my old videos. So let me just end with one question and drop it in the comments section. If you remember, what was the first DJ TLM TV video you saw? Or even if you were around before that, your first DJ TLM video. If you remember, drop that in the comments section. That's it for me right here. Now, if you want to support the channel, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And to my subscribers, make sure you activate that notification bell. If you want to support the channel even more, you can go to my Patreon and check what I have there. I have 3 tiers with some nice perks. So just take a look at patreon.com/DJTLM. All right, so that's it. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Peace.